Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. I hope you're all having an amazing new week. Currently it is Monday and let's get right into the charts. Starting off with Bitcoin, of course, you can see price did open up bearish for the new day. We've got quite a sharp drop right here once the new daily candle opened, but then price recovered pretty fast and we're still looking potentially, not potentially, but you could say we're still looking nice and bullish with the momentum wave continuing to be in favor of us. You can see right here on the 12 hourly, on the daily time frame, the momentum waves right here are looking like they want to see that continuation, and so is Bitcoin. You can see it clearly right now. We are hitting this very key order block yet again, and as I said, the more times a level gets tested, the more likely it becomes to get broken. And I do believe that we are due for some kind of a move, since as you can see in 66 days we have done nothing but a range right here, and right now we are currently finding ourselves above the POC level of this range. So a break towards the upside, and with how the weekly is looking right now, right here, this suggests the red line on the weekly suggests that we are going to see some volatility historically. You can see it right here. Basically, once the price is pushing high, and you can see during this range right here, it was basically grayed out, so not much to be expected. And right now this is right here in the red, and we are due to see some very big volatility. You can see it turned red right here, changed colors right before the massive drop. So right here it is red right now, and we are expecting to see a massive pump. Well, basically not that massive. You could say we are going to go up towards that 200 daily EMA right here, weekly EMA, excuse me, which is going to be like 5.6%, and then potentially to the value area high, which is going to take us like around 12% towards the upside. But still, for Bitcoin, measured from the bottom here, that's going to be like 27% of a move, which is still a pretty decent move. Now for the altcoins, Solana is potentially reclaiming this level, the value area low of this bottom range that we have right here, and the POC is sitting at $84. The value area high and the 200 daily EMA are sitting at $91, so that's potentially the next targets for Solana. Ethereum right now also manages to stay around the POC level right here. We have not broken out of this 100 daily EMA zone right here, but we are still sitting above this very key order block, which was previously resistance, right now acting as support. So as long as price stays above 1870, so to say, and above the monthly open right here, we are good to go for more upside. And with the stock market continuing to push higher, you can see the S&P 500 after breaking from this ascending channel right here, we are right now pushing even above the monthly R3. So the monthly pivot resistance is the last resistance keeping us from putting in another push towards the upside. And if we look at it on the weekly time frame, you can see we are potentially looking at a yearly target of the yearly pivot resistance tree sitting at around 8,340, or you could say 346 to be exact. The momentum wave is basically giving us that green sign to potentially continue with that continuation higher. You can see on the weekly we had right here the cloud sign turning red, and this is when we got that massive drop, and right now we are getting that volatility just as expected. So expect to get basically, as I said, more volatility. Right now on Hype, for example, you can see right here the daily is potentially clipping towards the downside right here. So this could be a bearish sign for Hype, since Hype made an all-time high it ran up while everything else was going down. So right now the reverse thing could happen. Hype could go down while everything else is going up. Right now I am feeling mostly bullish on Solana, since from this monthly open I believe Solana could have like 23-24% of a move. Same thing for Sui right here, from the monthly open all the way up to like the 200 daily EMA. Sui could have like 50% of a move. The daily momentum wave is looking perfectly for this to happen. So I do believe that this is what could happen next. XRP, you could say the same thing. While it does look a little bit worse on the weekly, we could still see some bounce if we reclaim the monthly open. If not, then I believe XRP could continue pushing lower right here, since we have lost some very key levels. You can see we are actually below this key order block that I have drawn right here ever since back in we were trading somewhere around here. I have drawn this level, then we got that sharp dip to here during the capitulation of the 10th of October. But anyways, this is other something else to talk about. But it's already happened. It's in the past right now, but right now we're looking in the future and we're trying to position ourselves in the best favor of what price is going to do in the future. So right now XRP is a bit of a no for me. The coins that I'm looking, as I said, are Sui, Solana, and of course Bitcoin right now. I do expect for them to perform like the best. You can see the total to market cap, and this is excluding Bitcoin. Currently you can see also holding above that monthly open, and for the others excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can see it is also holding above the monthly open level. So a nice bullish divergence right here. I would be expecting, as I said, for the other coins to have some nice move up. You can see some of the meme coins are potentially also at the bottom right here, and they could be trying to very well start pushing higher. From the bottom you could see we could have like 50% of a move. So most of those coins are looking and are due for somewhat of a correction. Now we don't have any news for today. We do have CPI data coming out on Wednesday, which is the important date for this week. So we are watching what will happen on Wednesday. On the liquidation heat map, it is looking pretty insane. We have liquidity sitting basically everywhere, on top, below us. So this is another signal that price is going to be having a massive move sooner or later. If we look at Bitcoin on my other chart, you can see potentially a squeeze towards those zones right here is not out of the question, and a potential retest of the monthly open is also not out of the question. But right now we are keeping, of course, above that POC level, so things could very well go up without any pullback at all, even though I believe we have not tested the weekly pivot for this new week yet, since it is Monday. But this could also, you could consider this a bullish sign, and we could pump up without retesting those levels. On the short term right here, you can see we got very choppy price action yesterday during this weekly open level, but the CVD, basically the delta, has not moved at all. We still don't have any volume. You can see volume is pretty dry up and low. We want to see some nice decent volume for us to actually consider a real breakout towards the upside. So this is exactly what we want to see. Some nice push towards the upside with some decent volume coming to the market, and then price remain and continue to go up and grab some of those liquidation levels. Spot ETFs, nothing new here. Fear and Greed Index, basically also nothing new. We are currently in that neutral sentiment. long versus shorts ratio. Yesterday, as you know, we had lots of longs and they got flushed out during this weekly open right here. You can see price fell down 1%, but this was just enough to flush out those over leveraged and late longs out of the market before we get that real move next. And I do believe that this would cover it for today. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.